I have a question for you. Was Apollo Creed the greatest antagonist of the Rocky series? We're going to go into it. We're going to talk about the life and death of Carl Weathers, who played Apollo Creed in the Rocky series. Hi guys, welcome to my channel, The Crazy World We Die In. If this is the first time on this channel, welcome. And if you've been here before, welcome back. If you could press that like button, press that subscribe button if you like the content, what you see. I will be posting regularly, talking about a number of things, the life and death of various people, or any weird, crazy stories that I happen to come across and I feel that I need to share with you. So please feel free to comment below. Again, press that like button, and if you like this content, then please subscribe. So Carl Weathers, he died on the 2nd of February this year, and for me, being a relatively big Rocky fan, it really hit home. So I felt that I needed to do a video looking at the actual life and times of Carl Weathers. So the first thing I'm going to say about Carl Weathers is that as an actor, he had a wide range of different roles, and we've probably seen him in a number of different places. So one of the things that I found out about Carl Weathers is that he used to be into American football, which doesn't surprise me, because if you look at his physique, especially in the Rocky films and in Predator, you would see that he's always kept himself in shape. And when I found out after doing my research that he used to actually play American football for the Oakland Raiders, I wasn't really surprised, but it's something I didn't know. So we then talk about his acting career. People will know Carl Weathers from a variety of different places and different things. You may know him as Dillon, who was in the Predator film, the original Predator with Arnold Schwarzenegger. You may know him from his comedic role in Happy Gilmore with Adam Sandler. You may also know him more recently, if you're a Star Wars fan, from The Mandalorian. But for me, and probably for a lot of people, Carl Weathers will probably be mostly remembered as playing the main antagonist in the Rocky series, well, the first two Rocky films to be more exact. So let's go into it. The one thing I like to do is do a little bit of research, and obviously there's no way I weren't going to do some research into Carl Weathers and the Rocky franchise. So one of the first things I found out was that he wasn't the first choice to play Apollo Creed. The actual first choice to play Apollo Creed was the boxer Ken Norton. So with Ken Norton, it was decided that he wouldn't be a good fit to play Apollo Creed. So it took a while. Sylvester Stallone and the various people involved in the film were trying to find an actor who could play the part. Sylvester Stallone got the call, basically stating that there was an actor who was willing to possibly play the part of Apollo Creed. And the producer got a call from an agency suggesting Carl Weathers. So Stallone, who was actually filming at the time, decided to hang around, see how this person was, see if this person was the right fit, as they say. Carl Weathers was handed a script, and he was asked to read a scene with Stallone. Carl Weathers had no idea who Sylvester Stallone was.
Who are you?
The Rocky film was Sylvester Stallone's first break, so he was an unknown. He had starred in smaller films, and had a couple of smaller roles, but he was very unknown at the time, and he certainly wasn't known to Carl Weathers. So Carl Weathers thought he was some semi-illiterate office boy. He appeared to be, in his words, that he appeared to be the janitor's nephew who was just there to do the windows or take out the trash. The actual team itself thought that Carl Weathers read really good for the part. And one of the things that Carl Weathers actually said, he actually criticized Sylvester Stallone, and he said that he would have done much better if he had given me a real actor to read with. So as a result, Sylvester Stallone was really interested. Carl Weathers has basically revealed his physique, and then they realized that it's the perfect person. And they actually got into a little bit of sparring, and Carl Weathers tagged Sylvester Stallone a few times. And I think at that point, Sylvester Stallone realized that they had got their man, they've got the right person for the part. And I always think about what could have been, and you know, if things were different. And I think this is a prime example of this. I often think this about films when I hear certain films, and even the Rocky films. So you think it could have been Ken Norton as Apollo Creed rather than Carl Weathers. An interesting fact, if you didn't know, is from Rocky 3, which is a film with Clubber Lang, Mr. T. You had the song Eye of the Tiger. That's the first time that the song was used in any of the Rocky films, and you could argue and say that it is the most iconic song. I learned a little while back that that wasn't the first choice. The actual first choice was Queen's Another One Bites the Dust. And again, you think about what could have been. I guess it's easy to see now, but personally, I think Survivor's Eye of the Tiger was a much better choice. But I digress. But there's an interesting fact for you. So going back to Carl Weathers was in the first 4 films. Another interesting thing that I found out is when Rocky Balboa, the 6th film, was made, Sylvester Stallone went to various people to ask if he could use their footage. So he's gone to Mr. T, he's gone to Dolph Lundgren, and they've both said yes. He's approached Carl Weathers and asked if he could use footage of Carl Weathers in the film. And Carl Weathers actually wanted to actually be in the film. I don't know how that would have worked if, spoiler alert, that Carl Weathers died in Rocky 4. But he wanted to be in Rocky Balboa. Sylvester Stallone said no. And as a result, all the footage that you see in Rocky Balboa of Apollo Creed isn't actually Carl Weathers. It's a similar looking actor. So check that out. Next time you watch Rocky Balboa, you'll notice that it's not actually Carl Weathers. I think that's a really, interesting fact. He's got a brilliant role in Happy Gilmore. He actually sustained an injury in Happy Gilmore, and I think he lived that injury for the remainder of his life. Another thing that I learned when I was doing my research was that he actually voiced the character Combat Carl from the Toy Story series. I'm sure most people know that a lot of the antagonists from the Rocky series were based on people, and Apollo Creed was loosely based on Muhammad Ali, if you didn't know. One of the things I also like doing is just look at the smaller roles that some actors have. If you remember Kung Fu, I do, because I remember first getting Sky satellite television in 1990, I think it was 1991, and Kung Fu used to come on Sky One. So he actually had a role in one of the episodes there. So again, guys, thank you for listening. Carl Weathers was an extraordinary man, and his roles were absolutely iconic. Again, none more so than Apollo Creed. It's sad that he's no longer with us, but I just wanted to make this video just to salute his work, his passing. If you like this content, please press that like button, press that subscribe bell, and comment below. Tell me what you like about this video, what you don't like. I hope I've taught you something, and I will see you on the next episode of The Crazy World We Die In.